You know, I never really considered Ted Cheeseman to be any more than pretty much a oh, watch this. Than pretty much like a club type fighter, you know, like club, no, domestic level, high, in club fighter, pretty much. And shockingly, how old is he? He's still like relatively young, isn't he? 26 years old, 17-3 and 1 with 10 KOs. Knocked out, stopped in the 10th round by a Troy Williamson. I don't even remember if I ever seen this guy fight before. I probably have. 17-0-1 with 13 KOs from Darlington County, Durham, United Kingdom. Never heard of that place before. Is that near Brixton? Hackney? Well, anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. This was the chief support or co-main, I guess you can say, with the caliber of this card for Liam Smith versus Ant Fowler here in the States on the Zone, over in the UK also on the Zone. Basically, I would rate this card probably like a 6 out of 10, maybe, depending. Not like a card like where you're saying, you know what, I'm staying in the house for this, at least here in the States. And also it was the same day as Fury versus Wilder 3. So we're doing something different here. I'm going to be doing 2 post-fight videos in one. Me and my colleague, because of her link to Ebony Bridges, and it was a lot to talk about, and we do cover women's boxing and combat sports as a whole on this channel. We did Shannon Courtenay's video separately because she was the controversy of the event, being on the rag and all. So I'm going to be doing the Liam Smith versus Ant Fowler video next, but let's go in and listen to the particulars, listen to the post-fight interviews. And I got a chance to look at Ted Cheeseman's social media. He's not retiring. He's not going anywhere. I don't know why people thought that he was, because I saw a lot of comments of people saying like Cheeseman should hang him up. But it's like, bro, like he's only 26 years old. He's only been knocked out. Yes, he's been in some wars. This is not the first time I've covered a fight of his. But like, bro, like, he still got some time. But that was a brutal KO, though, to be honest. And frankly, I hate to be like this, but we got to tell the truth. I don't consider him, to be world champion material. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, hey, prove me wrong. So as I said, I look at him as being above a club fighter, but just, a top tier, high mid, top tier, domestic level fighter for the UK. I don't think it's wrong saying that. So anyway, let's take our first jump cut of the video and go check out. Oh, and by the way, as I was looking at my beautiful rankings here on FightView360.com, the link down below in the description box, this fight took place at 154 pounds. Both of these guys are competing, meaning Cheeseman and Williamson at 154 pounds. Charlo is the king of 154 pounds right now. Castano has the WBO title, Charlo WBC, WBA Super, IBF. And basically, Cheeseman's ranked was number 5 by the IBF, and I'm expecting Williamson is going to take his spot. So they are ranked fighters. Neither is ranked by the WBC or the WBA or nope, WBO. I don't see his name. Nope. Yet they got Ant Fowler up there. So, jump cut. Go to the post-fight interviews, get you a couple highlights.
And there was some element of maybe Cheeseman trying to play a little bit of cat and mouse, maybe trying to lure him in and try to catch him and counter him. But he just took too many heavy shots. That uppercut. Oh, and then he comes back with the left hook, and that was it. That was it.
The momentum from the right uppercut and then swinging into the left hook while Cheeseman's gloves were down. Brilliant finish from Williamson against a man who, frankly, doesn't get beaten like that, certainly at domestic level, which says a lot for the power of Williamson.
Says a lot for the power of Williamson, also the character of Williamson, because he came through a lot there. He had came through adversity. For those middle rounds, he was losing, looked to be getting beat up, looked to be spent, looked to be tired, but he found something in there. He found a way to win. He got back to his boxing, got back to his jab, and ultimately found a way to knock out Ted.
Okay, let's get to the particulars. My bad.
Both of these men.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a nice round of applause out here for both of these fighters, please. Referee Michael Alexander calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 50 seconds of round number 10. Your winner by TKO. He's still undefeated and the new British super welterweight champion, Trojan Troy Williamson.
Is he going to call anybody out? Let's see what we got here. Maybe Liam Smith? You think it's too soon, mate? Hold on, fast forward. And I'm watching on the Zone. So I hear about the Zone bringing pay-per-view over to you guys in the UK? Sheesh. Boy, that's going to be ugly. You know, also, one day I got to do a video soon. Oh, they're really not going to interview my man Troy Williamson. Oh, there they are. Yes, they are. We're here.
You had to dig there and come through that.
Yeah, it was a very tough fight. We knew exactly how tough it was going to be. I worked my ass off in the gym with my coach Craig. So I dedicate this fight to Craig. He's got an amateur coach as well. He's got an amateur club as well, and we've just had two junior ABAs. Got to the final yesterday, and we had two schoolboy champions last week, and now I'm his first professional champion. So yeah, and he does it all by himself. So I dedicate this belt to him.
We could tell how emotional you were at the end, how much it means to you. Do you feel like you've answered those questions that were being asked of you?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, like in the head-to-head yesterday, he's saying 12 rounds is a long time. It gets tough after 8. I knew exactly how tough I was, and I've showed everybody how tough I am tonight. Nobody's got to see me perform because I've always been on these small old shows. I've come up the hard way, and now I'm here. Everybody knows now what Troy Williamson's all about.
Congratulations, man, honestly. The new British super welterweight champion, Troy Williamson, well done.
Thank you very much.
All right, on to the next fight, to the main event. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. TstreeT Controversy with 5u360.com.
Do well to get to his feet here.
Yeah,
and
just
the
like the
referee has
cheese.
a good look, and it's all over.
Just like the cheese, Ted Cheeseman and Fowler is on the same level, above a club level fighter, a domestic level fighter, fringe contender. But good thing is he's got his CBD. Liam Smith wins by 8th round stoppage. Liam Smith was down in round 5, and Liam Smith was down in round 5. No, Fowler was down once in round 5. And right here at the stoppage, Liam Smith was in a little bit of trouble earlier in the fight, but Liam Smith just walked him down and figured him out. What are they talking about? Show sportsmanship. So I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. In my opinion, Liam Smith should be the WBO mandatory for Brian Castano. In my opinion, he should have got the win over Kabanov. Tim Tszyu was the current mandatory over Kabanov. The WBO didn't order him to the fight. And frankly, I would love to see Liam Smith versus a Conor Benn. I think that's a nice, solid fight. Remember, Liam Smith is a former 154-pound champion for Canelo. You know, very game fighter. Very, very solid resume. Roberto Garcia, Sam Eggington, Jaime Munguia, Liam Williams twice, Canelo, John Thompson, Jason Wellborn. Just to name some names that, you know, I know of, I've covered before in the past. And of course, Kurbanov. Let's listen to the post-fight interview because I heard, and it's not confirmed, that he called out Sammy Vargas, like, you know, 147-pounder, I'm guessing. But also, I mean, we have to be fair. Conor Benn is competing at 147 pounds. So let's look at the rankings and see who he should fight next. Sergio Garcia, Jack Houquet. See, he's not getting the title shot anytime soon. You know, we're still waiting to see what's going to happen with Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. Jermell Charlo, if he doesn't fight Brian Castano, he has to fight his IBF mandatory, Bakhram Murtazaliev. Let me turn it up.
Referee Howard Foster calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 4 seconds of round number 8. Your winner by TKO. He's the winner of the Battle of Liverpool and the new WBA International Super Welterweight Champion from Kirkdale, North Liverpool, Liam B.B. Smith.
We're going to talk about the 154-pound division a little bit.
Well, Liam Smith said right at the outset that he couldn't understand why Anthony Fowler and his camp were prepared to take this fight at this stage of Fowler's career. And tonight, with a performance like that, winning in the 8th round, you can understand why he was so surprised.
So before the post-fight interviews, let me explain where the fighters are currently ranked. So let's see. Ann Fowler is not ranked by the WBC, nor is Liam Smith. Ann Fowler, however, is ranked number 12 by the WBA. And I'm guessing Liam Smith now, since he has that WBA underling title right there, he's going to be taking that ranking. Ann Fowler, number 13 by the IBF. Liam Smith is not ranked by the IBF. Liam Smith, number 5 by the WBO. And Ann Fowler, number 10. Now, it's going to be a long road, about another 2 years, year and a half before, and Liam Smith would have to keep winning to get a title shot at 154 pounds. So I'm guessing, it's going to be about how much money he can make and put on exciting fights until then. Because after Ann Fowler, you can't really take a step back. So I'm looking at these guys that are ranked, and I'm thinking, shit, who does he fight? Will Conor Ben, look to move to 154? I don't think so. Why would he do that? I don't know. Tim Tszyu, maybe Liam Smith and Tim Tszyu can revisit, in the future. Tim Tszyu's got a fight that's just been moved. Me and my colleague are going to talk about it tomorrow. He's taking on the Takashi Inoue, who is ranked number 7 by the WBO. He is number 15 by the IBF. He is not ranked by the WBO, and he is not ranked by the WBC, but still ranked by 2 of the 4 sanctioning bodies. Liam Smith versus Sergio Garcia would be a good fight. And I'm talking about fights that I feel can logically, reasonably be made, like without no political bullshit. I don't think they'll explore a Smith versus a Kurbanov too. And you got to think, now that he's got that WBA belt, maybe he wants to fight somebody in this bracket, I'm guessing. I don't know. It's let's listen to what he has to say. I'm going to fast forward here on the DAZN broadcast and see if he's got anything to say.
I was on your faces just a second ago, but tell us how much of a battle that was.
Yeah, obviously it was a great fight. I always knew it was going to be very competitive, especially for the first 6. No disrespect. I know he's a quality fighter while he's fresh, but I did say a big thing in boxing and his experience, know-how, just those little stuff inside. Obviously, I started very slow, and for someone to have slow legs against, he's done it worst nightmare because of his layback. But obviously, I think from start to finish, we've done a very good job. It was unbelievable in here tonight.
Did he shock you in the first round with that right hand and the cut you got?
No, definitely not. Obviously, I don't even know I thought it was an head clash, but the ref said it was a punch. No, I think I felt one in the back of the head round 4 or 5. Just shook me a little bit, like, oh, don't get caught again. But as I said, no disrespect again. It's finished now. But I said all along, I've been at big punches, bigger punches, and I feel I've got a good enough chin at this level.
You knocked him down in the 5th. Was that when you started to feel like the tide was changing, or earlier?
That's when I thought it was over. I'll be dead honest with you. He's done well getting up, to be fair. And then obviously I let him off the hook a little bit the next round. I kind of had the next round off, but obviously I said at the end of one of the rounds, I wasn't ready to hear me, but I said it's my type of fight now, and that's how I said it'd go.
Anthony, tell us how you saw it, because we can see the cut on your face, we can see how hard you worked in the early rounds especially. How did you feel it went?
Yeah, I thought I made a good start. I knew it was a class act, like I said. I'm not stupid. I know boxing works. You should take your time. British, European and world. I had to skip the level because the lads wouldn't fight me at British. But look, I'm humbling defeat. The better man won. I said all along it went personal. Liam tried to make it personal. I think he wanted to get himself up for the fight where I didn't need to. I'm a dedicated man, and I tried me very hard this tonight. I would have carried on fighting after the second knockdown. my head was still quite clear, believe it or not. Maybe I went to get knocked out clean, so maybe the ref done me a favour, but I'd fight all night, do you know what I mean? But I was skipping the levels, and I'm not a fool. When Shane said to me, the Smith fight's there, I did think, whoa, that's a big step up, but I ain't saying no to no one. I'm not going to say no to anyone on the planet because I'm a fighter. I've done it since I was 11. I've come from Toxteth down the road. You're from Toxteth, you grow up rough, so you're full of heart. And like I said, he's a class act. His family, they've all boxed at world level. They're a special family. Liverpool should be proud of them.
You believe you belong at this level now, Anthony?
Sorry?
You believe you belong at this level now?
I will do it eventually, but you can't jump before you walk. Like, you can't rush into it. I've already got a little Cheeseman fight, a Sergio Garcia, then Liam, who knows? We've been a lot more competitive, but you can't jump in. I'm not a fool. I understand that, but I'm full of heart and I will never say no to a fight. That's why Eddie likes me.
Tell us about the crowd, because I think they know exactly what kind of a fighter you are and the heart that you've got as well. How important was their support today?
Yeah, but you know what? I thank everyone who supported me. It means the world because, like I said, I've come from nothing. I'm from Toxteth. It's a rough area. We have nothing. I'm starting from the bottom. I've got here. I earned a few quid tonight. I can buy my son a house.
You've done yourself proud, Anthony. Thank you so much. Well done. Liam as well. Let's just finish off by wanting to know what you want next, because it's been noted many times, people saying this is the revival of your career now. People were wondering whether it was the end of your career. What next?
Yeah, as obviously I said, you know, I had to make that a bit personal on my own behalf, because I lose tonight, I'm finished. Obviously, I want to challenge for a world title again. I lose to Anthony Fowler, I've got no chance of doing that. It puts me right back to rock bottom. So, you know, I had to make something switch me on. It's a little bit hard when you're getting people saying, oh, it's an easy win and stuff like that. I knew it weren't. Anyone on this card, you put me in with Cheeseman, you put me in with TstreeT, for 6, they're very, very good fighters. Obviously, experience plays a big part, and I just said to Eddie, hopefully he can push me now, but, you know, hopefully we can make that Jesse Vargas fight. That's been dangled in front of me a few times, so hopefully that can be made next.
Well, Eddie, why don't you come in and answer that sort of question? How hard are you going to push him now?
Yeah, I think, you know, he wanted that Jesse Vargas fight. To be fair to Liam, you know, when this fight presented itself, he wasn't too sure about it, but I said, you know, you'd see the atmosphere in here tonight. Obviously, Liverpool loves him, they love me too, and, you know...
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
It's time for him now. It's time for him to get that big fight in Vegas. Jesse Vargas wanted that fight. I said to him after the Kurbanov defeat, listen, you need to come back with a big win. Trust me on this fight. It's a great fight for the city. Respect for him for taking it, and respect for Anthony Fowler. He jumped up to world level tonight. He'll be back to fight for the European title, but for Beefy, the Jesse Vargas fight will be next early next year.
Liam, how does that sound?
Very good, obviously. I you know, I love travelling also. But you're seeing today, there was nothing like a Liverpool crowd. That was unbelievable today, and obviously I thank everyone who came out today. That was a night I'll never forget.
Eddie, one more from you, because you talked about this being one of the biggest nights you put on in Liverpool. Did it do just that? Did it do exactly what you wanted it to here at Liverpool?
It was an unbelievable night. I mean, you know, we had some unbelievable fights in here. I think one over there as well during the main event. And, you know, I want just a special thank you as well to Ted Cheeseman and Troy Williamson. You know, I know this was a great fight as well, but those guys put it on the line for the British title. Unbelievable card. And these two Scousers going at it. We had 10,000 here. The atmosphere was great. Thank you to Liverpool for coming out. This is a great fighting city, a great place to be, and we'll see you very soon.
Eddie, thank you very much. Liam, one more time. Congratulations.
I'm gonna go get some lunch. You know, Jesse Vargas, I'm guessing they're talking about, not Sam Vargas. Did I hear that, you know, wrong or right? Jesse Vargas? I don't know. We'll see. You know, I rate the card a 6 out of 10. You know, as I said, you know, we got the Shannon Courtney video coming. Ted Cheeseman, Troy Williamson was a great fight, but depends on how you rank these fighters, you know, or rate them overall. Here's the card, by the way. You know, little Saturday card that you have nothing to do, nothing really super great. Also, the big story is MTK Global split from Matchroom. You know, that seems to be like really affecting the quality of a lot of these Matchroom cards. Anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe.